Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. This is Natasha from Crafting Extreme Love, and I am so excited to be returning here to YouTube today to share this traveler's notebook layout that I created as a guest designer with Coco Daisy for the month of July in 2020 using their To the Sea collection. Today I'm going to be focusing on building layers using washi and the rub-ons that come in the Traveler's Notebook kit. So for this month, I had the idea that I would create a mini album that would celebrate all of my local favorites and the things that I love about my neighborhood, my home, and my community. Like many of you, I am mostly staying at home due to the coronavirus, and as somebody who's a homebody, it's my pandemic life doesn't look too much different than my regular life, but sometimes it can get a little overwhelming. So I really think stopping and pausing in gratitude is so important, and for me a huge way to do that is by creating these layouts really reinforces the things that I am super grateful for. So to do this, I've actually gone ahead and deconstructed my Traveler's Notebook that comes in the Traveler's Notebook kit, and it's super easy. All you have to do is remove the staples down the middle and take the sheets out. I typically do them just a few sheets at a time to make sure I don't have any damage, and then I go ahead and cut them right down the middle. And eventually, when I'm done with the layout, you'll see I do punch the holes, but for now I do washi the two pieces of paper together so I can have one cohesive sheet to have a continuous design throughout. So as you can see here, I am working with my supplies that I'm focusing on today, the washi and the rub-ons that are both in the Traveler's Notebook kit and the Pocket Pages kit. And I have first started with building that visual triangle. I've mentioned it in my Plan With Me videos, and the same is true if it's memory planning or Traveler's Notebooks, any type of creative outlet for myself. I really try and build those visual triangles, and to do that I often am grabbing items or placing down items in groups of 3, which you will see plenty of examples throughout the video. Now, I'm new to rub-ons, but I did not let that stop me. I was so excited when I saw them to play with them because I really had not done anything with rub-ons since I was probably a kid and like rub-on temporary tattoos. So there definitely is a little trick to these, and with practice I got a lot better, but the one thing that I was just like, holy moly, this is beautiful, is this little nugget of joy and beauty at the bottom there. You can use these rub-ons to layer directly on top of washi tape, and I really think this really flows beautifully. You do have a bit of a harsh contrast against the washi tape and the patterned background, and this just makes it flow really nicely in my opinion. Now I'm going to move on to some stamping. I really enjoy using sentiment stamps to help me build titles. I am not a traditional scrapbooker who really thinks a lot about titles and journaling. I am fairly new to that component, so I really rely on stamps to help tell the story that I want to tell and document the memories that I want to preserve and remember. And I like doing the generational stamping too, as I think that builds more layers and depth and interest. Now, if you follow me over on Instagram at Crafting Extreme Love over there, you know that I keep it real, and y'all, I nearly had a heart attack. You just saw it right there. I went ahead and tried to stamp on top of a rub-on with just some regular standard ink, and it was a bit of a train wreck. You can see me frantically here trying to wipe it off, I guess. I don't know what I was thinking. So I went into solution mode, and as someone who's got a serious thing with stickers, I believe, hey, there's nothing that a sticker can't fix. So I do play around with some different embellishment tabs there, and then I do decide to go with the sticker as it's a bit more flat, and I know that I'm gonna add that circle die cut on top of it, so I didn't want to make it too bulky and making your eye go right there, and then that circle die cut is gonna cover up that smudge. So I hope that this encourages you, that even if you're new to stamping or you want to try stamping, to not be afraid. Even if you mess up, you can totally cover your goof. And honestly, I probably could have just not even included this section, and you would have seen the finished photos and probably would have never known. But I don't believe in that. I think that it's really important to share dips and these goofs, so that way it can kind of take away like the scariness and the fear of things not being perfect. I think we all can, work on perfectionism, especially when it comes to our craft. And if you've nailed that, more power to you, sister. So I've got that all resolved, and I'm gonna go back in and stamp the exact same stamp, but now on that sticker label. And I gotta tell you, I was pretty nervous that I was gonna mess it up again, even though I know I could probably have just layered it with yet another sticker. But it all worked out, so I'm super thrilled about that. Now that the crisis has been averted and all is well in my craft room, I do go ahead and continue to add some more stamping details to the bottom of the page. I apologize for being out of frame. There's a learning curve with YouTube, and each video I do, I'm learning something new, so thank you for bearing with me as I learn this with you. Now, I do use VersaFine ink. I would recommend this as the black ink. When I first started stamping, this was the only ink pad that I had, and I think it's a really good starting off point. It is water reactive, so just keep that in mind, and it will not work or stay on slick surfaces as you just witnessed. So I've gone ahead and I've cut my pages so that the details are on either side, and I'm cutting my photo so that way I am able to have a continuous image across the two different pieces of paper. I've got my photo down, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that circular die cut right there in the corner, and I love how that just captures that moment at the beach with my family while my sister was visiting. As I mentioned in my intro, this TN is dedicated to local love. I do live in Southwest Florida, so the beach is right around the corner, just 10 minutes away from me. I'm super lucky. To be honest, I don't go that often, but when I do, I'm always really happy to be by the water, and having family there always makes it, of course, even more special. So I'm glad to be able to document and capture these memories in my traveler's notebook. Now I've gone ahead and added a few of these enamel dots that came in the kits, and wow, I have to say that this is one of, if not my most favorite item that came in the kit. And I wouldn't consider myself a glitter girl, but wow, I just love the pop that these added. Now I'm just about done. You'll see in a moment I do go ahead and add just one last stamping detail, and then off camera I did go ahead and date and add some journaling to my pages. And this wraps up this process video, and I hope you enjoyed it and inspired you to try something new with washi and rub-ons to create those layers. It is so easy to do, as you saw, and maybe you'll even try some stamping. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, or if you like this video and are interested in seeing more content like this, please consider subscribing and go ahead and leave me a like and a comment of where you are, and if you are thinking about creating a local love traveler's notebook as well. Till next time, take care, and I hope you have some crafty time soon.